The full story of Joshua, the brave leader long ago, after Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt and through the wilderness, a new leader was chosen by God. His name was Joshua, the son of Nun. Joshua had been Moses' helper, a faithful servant, and a strong warrior. God saw his heart and knew he would be a brave leader. God speaks to Joshua one day after Moses died. God spoke to Joshua. Moses my servant is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them. God promised Joshua that every place his foot stepped on would belong to Israel, just as he had promised Moses. But there was a condition: Joshua must be strong and courageous and meditate on God's word day and night. He trusted God with all his heart. Joshua listened. He obeyed, crossing the Jordan River. As soon as their feet touched the water, something amazing happened. The water stopped flowing, and a dry path appeared. It was time to enter the promised land, but the Jordan River was deep and wide. How would all the people cross it? God told Joshua to have the priests carry the Ark of the Covenant and step into the river. The people crossed safely. Then Joshua had 12 stones taken from the river and stacked them up as a memorial, so everyone would remember what God had done that day. The fall of Jericho. The first city in their path was Jericho, surrounded by thick, tall walls. It looked impossible to conquer, but God had a special plan. Joshua gathered the people and told them what to do. For 6 days, they were to walk around the city once each day. On the 7th day, they would walk around it 7 times. They rushed in and took the city just as God had promised. After his sin was dealt with, God gave Israel victory over Ai. Then the priests would blow their trumpets, and the people would shout loudly. So they obeyed, and on the 7th day, when they shouted with all their might, the mighty walls of Jericho came tumbling down. Joshua and his army marched all night to surprise them. As the battle raged, Joshua cried out to God. There had never been a day like it before or after. God had fought for Israel. Joshua was heartbroken. He fell on his face and cried out to God. A lesson at Heap of Ruins, also no Ai, but soon after, something went wrong. The Israelites tried to take a smaller city called Ai, but they were defeated. God revealed the problem. Someone had sinned by taking treasure from Jericho when God said not to. That man was Achan. He gave cities of safety to the people, and at last the people had rest in the land God had promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God was with them in every fight. And when the wars were over, Joshua divided the land among the 12 tribes of Israel. Joshua learned that obedience to God is more important than anything else. And the people remembered him as a faithful servant of God. Sun stands still later. 5 kings gathered together to fight against Israel. Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and God did it. The sun stood still, and the day lasted longer, so Israel could win the battle. Conquering the land, Joshua led the people through many battles. City after city fell: Jericho, Ai, Lachish, Hebron, and more. He gave Caleb a mountain, just as Moses had promised. Joshua's last words: Joshua lived a long life. Before he died, he gathered the people together and reminded them of all the good things God had done. He told them, "Choose you this day whom ye will serve. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." The people promised to serve the Lord too. Then Joshua, the brave leader, died at the age of 110. He was buried in the land he helped conquer. The end lessons from Joshua: be strong and courageous. Obey God completely. Trust God even when things look impossible. God fights for his people. Choose to serve the Lord every day.